My name is John Hines. I'm owner and founder of the Monkey Bar Gymnasium, and it is a no machine, no mirrors type gymnasium, but we do some things that are very unique. We're the only gym in the United States or anywhere that I know of that promotes a plant-based diet, and that's a very unique thing. And our training methodology is very unique in that it's all whole body. We eat whole foods and we do whole body restoration stuff. So all of those things are very unique, but the fact that the results that we get are so powerful gets a lot of attention nationally and even overseas. What we do gets results. And what I try and do constantly is be a living example of what true health can be and what you can attain. And I've always tried that throughout my whole life as an athlete and as a trainer. And I've had my ups and downs and learning curves and stuff, but one of the biggest impacts in my life came when I was still eating, lots of animal products, and when I was opening my gymnasium in 2000, August of 2000, I was eating a regular, like what I thought was like the prototypical athlete diet. Lots of whey protein if I had it, oatmeal in the morning, and then for lunch I'd have a chicken breast and some white rice and maybe some vegetables if I remembered what a vegetable was. And then I'd have another whey protein smoothie after I worked out, and then of course, some other meat and maybe some vegetables for dinner. That's pretty much what I always did. 2001, 2002, I started to get hand pain really bad. And in 2005, it was so bad that I could no longer grip the gi. Now, I had started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in 1995, and I competed in it, won gold medals in the Pan Ams and stuff, and was pretty good in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But by 2005, I couldn't even wrestle my students in it anymore because my hand pain was so bad. And so it was one time I said, I have to go to doctors. I've never been crazy about them, but I said I have to go to them. And one by one, they all said the same thing. Well, we can do surgery on your hands. And I said, screw you, screw you, screw you, screw you, to all four doctors, because in my heart I knew that's not the answer. I just know, I'm not a fan of doing that. I'm not going to let them cut my hands up, and I don't think it's going to solve the problem. And then I was very fortunate, some guy who had been using some of my exercise equipment that I developed, he called me out of the blue. His name was John Allen Mollenhauer. And he and I were just talking about training, and then all of a sudden he goes, so do you have any pains in your body? And I was like, well, this is an awfully odd thing for him to ask me. And I was like, well, I'm really healthy, but yeah, I have a little hand pain, but I'm in my 40s. And he goes, well, you shouldn't have any hand pain. I was like, well, the doctors, I've been to like 4 doctors, and they said you have arthritis. But I just gonna have to accept it, that maybe that is what I have. And he said, well, if I said I could help you and you get rid of it in a month, would you listen to me? And I was like, hell yeah, I'd listen to you. I'd do that in a second. So he goes, get off all the animal products. And as much as I was fearful of doing that, my hand pain was so bad that I was like, okay, I'll do it. And so I cut all the animal products out of my diet, and 1 month later, I had no hand pain again. And that was profound. And so what happened was I kept eating this way, and 8 months later, I had lost a whole bunch of muscle, and I replaced it with fat, which isn't really what you want to do when you're eating what I thought was eating healthier. But all I learned is that I was eating a lot of fats, like nuts and seeds, as a big part of my diet, and getting most of my calories from that, and I wasn't eating a wide variety of foods. And so then what I started to do is I started to talk to and reach out to other friends of mine that were plant-based eaters, and they were very strong, and they just reminded me to eat a wide variety of strong plant foods. And as soon as I started doing that, I started feeling stronger. But one of the things that I also did at the time, what these guys did, they said, but you got to supplement. You're 6'1", about 220 pounds, John. You're going to need about 200 maybe to 150 grams to 200 grams of plant protein a day. So I started supplementing, and immediately my strength came up and I felt really strong, but a lot of times I would just feel like I'm taking in too much stuff. And so then over the years and stuff, I started eating less, supplementing less with protein powders, and I didn't notice any drop in my strength until I got to the point just a while ago where cutting it out completely is a choice, and I think I can do it. And mostly, one of my best friends in my life, Jessica Rucker, she had already started doing it, and she and I had been eating the same way for a while, and she stopped months before I did, and was actually an inspiration for me to stop supplementing completely. And what I did was, I just said, you know what, I'm not going to think about it in terms at all of quantities of protein anymore, but it's still just calories a day. And that's a total different mind shift for most people that are athletes, because we're so programmed that protein is the all-encompassing thing for us, that you got to meet your quota every day. But now that I've gone through this, I realize that's totally bogus. It's just hitting the calories and making sure that you get nice strong calories while you're doing it. And over the last couple months, I've noticed my health has improved dramatically, and just over the last few weeks, I broke physical performance records that I have not touched since I was 21, 22 years old. And things like walking on my hands, doing handstand push-ups, climbing ropes and poles and things like that, my broad jump, my vertical jump, all of these things I am matching or beating all my lifetime records for. And I'm 46 years old now. I can still dunk a basketball and still perform like I did when I was 19 to 20 years old. How many guys my age can say things like that? Not many. But what it does, it just proves the point, and this is what I always say, the proof's in the pudding. When you eat strong plant foods, you will develop a very strong, powerful body, but you also get the tremendous benefits of incredible health and vitality. And that is what everybody wants anyways. You want to be healthy, and you want to feel great and strong and powerful. But nothing's wrong with looking good too either. The two questions that I get asked the most are, where do you get your protein from? And the second one is, what do you eat all day? And what I eat all day is, and I tell everybody, is just strong plant foods. For breakfast, I eat mangoes, I have baby spinach, and I'll put some water in there and throw about 3 or 4 bananas in there and blend it up. And that's a nice strong breakfast. And you get lots of nutrient, that's a very dense nutrient meal. And a couple hours later, I might have some more fruit, some more bananas or a mango or something like that. And then after I work out, I might have a more dense spinach type smoothie. I love smoothies. It's a way to, I've read some people say it's a great way to get your meals in, a liquid meal. And that's a great way to eat, and especially after your workout, it's real quick. And so I'll have a lot of like baby spinach smashed into my Vitamixer and throw in, like, again, 3 bananas or something like that. And then I'll have maybe some more fruit later in the afternoon. And then for dinner, I'm not kidding, I eat a bowl about this big, this deep. It's a giant salad bowl. And I have tons of mixed greens in it, tomatoes, massive amounts of sprouts. I love sprouts. And I might put lentils on top, or some black beans or something like that. And that's pretty much it. Just massive amounts like that. And maybe throw some different flax oil on it occasionally, or some sunflower seeds, something light like that. And then later in the night, if I want something else, I might have, one of my favorite little snacks is sliced apples with cinnamon. And that's a nice little late night snack for me. And that's pretty much how I eat all the time. Gives you a lot of strength. All our food, everything I eat has protein in it. So I don't even worry about it anymore. I just eat strong foods and I'm good to go. Throughout the day, like, if I'm going to eat hand plan, I eat 5 meals a day. I wait till I'm hungry. I eat only till I'm satisfied. And these meals might be vegetable dominant, and these might be fruit. And that's a real simple way for you to eat, and it works. That's all I can say. The people at my gym who follow this way of eating, over the course of 60 days, they average 17.5 pounds of fat loss and 6 pounds of muscle gain. And that's in 60 days. So that's pretty good results.